All right, y'all, we talked about the women, so now let's talk about the men. The King of the Ring tournament for the men. Now, my first thought is I am very disappointed that Jimmy Uso is not in this tournament. And I know there's a little question mark guy down here, but I don't think it's going to be him. I honestly don't, but I am super disappointed that Jimmy is not getting the push that he deserves. I don't know what's going on with that. I think he has just as much talent as Jay, and I think he could be a tremendous star. But unfortunately, Triple H or somebody in that department does not agree with me. So, unfortunately, Jimmy got wronged again. He is not in this tournament, just like he was not in Money in the Bank. But I just wanted to shout Jimmy out because I know he's doing phenomenal things. So we saw Sami Zayn defeat Penta, Braun Breaker, and Dom Mysterio on Monday night to advance. And to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised by this one. With that heavy, I mean, you could honestly make a case for all four of those guys. But between Penta and Breaker, the momentum behind them, you've got Penta, who's the new star. The fans love him. And then you got Breaker, who's in this big dominant faction that wants to take over. I really thought one of those two guys were going to win. With that being said, Sammy pulled off the victory, and I'm curious to see where that goes. I actually really like that. I think that's a good win for Sammy, and I think that he's going to do very good in his next match. So let's talk about the next match. We have Randy Orton, LA Knight, Aleister Black, Carmelo Hayes. Now, I like all four of these men. However, I'm going to eliminate LA Knight first because I think LA Knight has gotten a lot of opportunities lately, and I want the winner of this match to be someone who hasn't gotten much of those opportunities like he has. That being said, Aleister Black is returning. He has not been back to WWE very long. And so I feel like they could definitely make him the winner. But I personally want to see Carmelo Hayes win this match. I think Melo deserves a push. I wanted Melo in the Money in the Bank match as well, and I did not get that. And I think that's a missed opportunity. So hopefully in this King of the Ring tournament, Carmelo Hayes can advance to face Sami Zayn and get that shot that he deserves. And then for our second SmackDown match, we have Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. And oh my gosh, you guys, Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest in a match together? That's going to be good. I personally here would like to see Damian Priest move forward. I love Cody Rhodes. I love the American Nightmare. I just think that there is bigger opportunities for him, and I want to see Damian Priest really get a push and make his mark. Because I think he's a tremendous star. I think his feud with Drew McIntyre was amazing, and I just want to see more of Damian Priest. So I definitely want him to move on in this particular match. Then the Raw match, we have Sheamus, we have Rusev, and we have Bronson Reed. And then we have the question mark guy. So let's talk about this. Number one, who do we think this question mark could be? It could be a lot of people. We could have Jey Uso there now. He just lost his title at Raw, so he could go into that tournament. It could be returning Roman Reigns. He could go in that tournament. We haven't seen him, but I think they're gonna throw us a curveball, and it's going to be an NXT guy. I think it's gonna be like an Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, somebody like that. And honestly, my money is towards Ricky because he just lost his title to Ethan, and Ethan is currently holding the title, and Ricky's not really doing much in NXT. And if you saw the rumors, he is expected to get called up. So I'm gonna say question mark guy is Ricky Saints. He's gonna get his call up and be in this tournament. But ultimately, I think that this one's hard. I would love for Sheamus to win, but I think they're gonna give it to Big Bronson Reed. And again, I say that because he's in a dominant faction right now. He just returned from an injury, so he's also trying to prove himself. And before he got hurt, he had a lot of momentum on his side. So I think that momentum is going to carry on into this tournament, and Big Bronson Reed is going to be your winner. Then we have Sami Zayn versus Carmelo Hayes. And again, I'm a huge Melo Hayes fan. I want him to get a push. I love Sammy too, but I feel like Sammy has been involved in storylines where Carmelo really hasn't. So I'm gonna go with Carmelo Hayes here. I think he's got a lot to offer, and I hope the WWE can see that. Then for the other side, we have Damian Priest versus Big Bronson Reed. Again, I do not think we're going to get two SmackDown guys or two Raw guys. I think it's going to be one SmackDown, one Raw. So we're going to go Big Bronson Reed here. With that being said, I do love Damian Priest, and I think that if he does face Big Bronson Reed in this next round, it will be a great matchup. I think he will go toe to toe with him, and seeing two big guys in the ring like that would be great. But I ultimately think that Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins will interfere somehow, and Big Bronson will get that win, especially since Braun Breaker got defeated and is not in the tournament. And so then we have Melo Hayes and Bronson Reed. And I'm sorry, Melo, but that is a big man that you're going against. And so I have to give it to Bronson Reed. I ultimately think, again, Seth and Braun Breaker, they have the numbers on their side, so they're going to come out and they're going to make sure that their guy, Big Bronson Reed, get the W. But I want to know, who do you want to see win? Who do you think the mystery guy is? And what do you think is going to be the final two match at the Night of Champions? Let me know.